Hey, welcome back to Vail Village inside Squash Blossom. And this jewelry store has been part of Vail Village for over 40 years. And I'm here with Amy. And Amy, today we're actually kind of going back to kind of the origins of Squash Blossom, right?
Yeah, the roots of the Squash Blossom. We have been selling jewelry since the mid 70s, and we started off selling primarily Native American and Southwestern jewelry and art, and this is kind of a continued tradition that we've had for all of these years.
So exciting. I had no idea. And so we have a really beautiful variety of jewelry to talk about this morning, but let's start off with this piece right here because this is really special.
Yeah, this is basically our namesake, the Squash Blossom necklace, a traditional Navajo style necklace worn by both men and women in the Native American culture. Different aspects of the necklace have different meanings, always highlighted with exceptional silver work and beautiful, beautiful turquoise.
So exciting that you have these pieces that really speak to the history of the store, but then also still work for today. And there's the color that we have on display this morning. Let's talk about some of the color in some of these rings and what you can find.
Yeah, so turquoise itself comes in a variety of blues and greens, a full spectrum. Different mines produce different colors of turquoise. Also, the veining in the turquoise is called matrix, and that also changes, is varied also with where the turquoise comes from. And the veining can be brown, it can be black. It has also kind of allows for the personality of the turquoise.
Love that. And then, kind of as we move along here, you can see some of the detail work in some of these pieces, which is really exciting. There's a lot of history that's involved in this too, right?
Yep. So the silver work was kind of developed with a relationship with the Spaniards that came into Mexico and then kind of traveled up into our part of the country and inspired the Native Americans and taught them their basically some silver skills, and then they kind of took those, into their own and kind of made their own interpretations. And a lot of things pretty much everything is done by hand, and the stamping is really the way that they, show their artistry, and the decorative nature of the pieces are really exceptional.
Oh, definitely. And then, you have also 3 distinct tribes that have created very distinct pieces that are represented in the store, right?
Yep. So the store has some Navajo pieces, also some Zuni pieces and Hopi pieces, and all different of those tribes create jewelry with a different aspect.
Okay, so like for instance, these pieces right here that we're looking at.
Yep, so Zuni jewelry traditionally is known for this very intricate piece inlay. So you've got mother of pearl, you've got turquoise, you've got coral, and they're cutting it into basically like a puzzle of mosaic and creating these beautiful patterns.
And then if we were to move, kind of back over in this area.
So these are some contemporary pieces that are made with roots in traditional Navajo pieces. Really the focus is on the turquoise and the silver work. So that's kind of where those lie.
Right. And then we also even have, we have some things like you mentioned for the guys. We have the bolos over here. And this is part of a collection from a couple who's passed on, but there's how many pieces?
There's about 500 pieces in their collection. It's all considered vintage traditional Native American pieces. They collected for 20 plus years. They were avid collectors and wearers of the jewelry themselves, and now we have that to share with you.
So much variety at Squash Blossom, and so exciting to learn a little bit more about the history of the store. And so what are your hours right now?
We are open from 10 to 6 every single day.
Okay, so 10 to 6, come on in, do some shopping, whether it's vintage, whether it's contemporary. You can definitely find something that fits you and fits your budget. So Amy, thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure. I think I know what I'll be bringing back to the studio with me this morning. We have more with Good Morning Vail on this beautiful Friday, so stay with us.